way beyond your expectations. Toyota Corolla, the symbol of prestige. Corolla, driving your lifestyle beyond expectations. Toyota Lanka Private Limited, Vattala.
Picked today?
No, I'm a week old.
How did you manage to stay so fresh?
I stayed over there.
The Singer NutriSeal absorbs excess water, sprays cool vapor when necessary, and preserves freshness and nutrient value. Singer Refrigerators preserves nature's freshness.
Hello.
ඔයා කවුද?
විටමින් B කියන්නේ මට. ඔයා බොන හැම මයිලෝ උගුරකම මං ඉන්නවා. දවසම කඩිසර වෙන්න ඔයාට ඕන ශක්තිය මුදා හරින්නේ මමයි. ලෝකෙ දිගම ගඟ නයිල්. ෂා! පරණ රෙකෝඩ් සේරම කැලේ. හුරේ! මයිලෝ B man එක හිටියොත් රියල් වැඩ පෙන්නයි ඔයා. මාලෝ!
Here we are, we're back. Thank you very much for joining us here on Sirisa TV. Just in case you're wondering where this is Sirisa live at Bogambara Stadium for the 59th Bradby Royal versus Trinity. And in the commentary box with me, these are the replays coming up. We'll talk you through them very quickly. Referee Dilroy Fernando controlling the game. The replays are going to be commentated with me by Dilip Kumar, Chairman of New South Wales Rugby in Colombo, and then of course up here in Bogambara. Nice to have you, Dilip.
Thanks, Sanderson. Great to be here.
This is Salia, the fullback, getting some very valuable points, and this is Trinity driving, Dilip, very early on.
Clearly, the Trinity forward started very strong, and as you can see, number 4 taking the ball up there. Very strong indeed.
And that was that interception try where the winger just intercepted very quickly. Look at him. He's pumped up. He's full of it.
It was an opportunist try. He took it.
And pinned his ears back. He's seen the corner flag. He's gone. He's shown the ball to his supporters on the other side. And they are elated. Have a look at this from the other side. Goodness. Fabulous stuff. Trinity at home. The Lions are roaring. And then it was Royal College.
Yes. Royal came back strong. In fact, the second half of the first half, I thought Royal came back very well. And unfortunately for them, the lemons blew and they had to stop. I'm sure they'd have rather continued the momentum they've just built up.
Absolutely, and that was Salia Kumara clearing from the back. Look at the clearances this boy has been getting. He's settled the score for Trinity so much. You know, put Royal back, put them all the way back. That's about a 60-meter kick all the way up the park. And then look at this from here. Strong set there, and the skipper, that's the number 10 driving forward. This is all action replay in case you're wondering of the first half. Trinity driving forward, a lot of confidence in the Trinity legs there to go forward. We're about 5 meters. Look at this, beautifully executed, cool as a cucumber. Thank you very much. And he's done. Okay, here we are. That was replay of the first half, all the action highlights. This is Sirisa live on the 59th Bradby in Bogambara. Dilip Kumar sitting with me for a few minutes. We managed to tag him. Very busy day he's had, but he's sitting with us. He's just going to talk us through for a little bit before we take him away to discuss about the bigger picture. Referee says carry on. And Trinity now. Can they start where they left off, or will Royal carry on the advantage? Dilip, looking at Trinity, of course, your old school. Must be nice to see the boys running like this. Have a look at this. Very well tackled. The Trinity fly half running forward. Ball still advantage to Trinity. They've kept the ball in their half. What will they do, Ajit?
I think just got to get the rhythm going here.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Okay. But that was a lovely passage of play. I think they got their act together very nicely, as they did in the beginning of the first half.
That's
and
true.
I think they got to consolidate now and keep this game right there and not move out of the territory. I think Trinity has to play a territorial game.
Yes, Ajit, and that's what they did in the first half. They made use of the wind that was assisting them. and they kicked deep. The Trinity fullback made great yardage there.
I think it's tremendous. I think Migar and the number 8 has to get into the game a bit more, because every time he's with the ball, he's very effective. He takes 4 or 5 Royal players with him, and that's a huge advantage when you got 5 Royal players on the ground with 120 players and all the others standing. So this is very exciting. I think Trinity is putting the pressure on.
Well, that's Vajrajai was going to take a little bit of a crack to the head. He's just being checked out by his physio. Have a look at this. Here he is.
There's a nice half break there by the number 10.
Very nice, and good tap tackle.
He didn't lose the ball. That's the nicest thing, you know, ball retention of excellence.
Very good retention. The ball pops back, and Trinity still have the chance of driving.
Yeah.
In fact, referee now says scrum ball. Let's see. Put in by Royal underneath on their 25-meter line. They need to get out of here. They need to get out of jail, because Trinity now starting to put the pressure as they did in the first half.
Step out. Watch it.
It's a very solid scrum from Trinity there.
Number 2, hooker. You've got to stay low. No lifting.
They obviously are settling. They have settled down very well. I think the coach has had a good chat with them in the first at the break, and they've come out. They're pumped up. They want to make sure that they stay up in front as they have done. Trinity pack weight. Here you go. This is Trinity stat. Trinity 6'7", obviously a lot of weight in there. Not a very good clearance. The ball just bounces back. Trinity with numbers. The fullback well positioned, but not a very good kick. Collected well by the Royalists, and good ground gain. Now Royal down. Now there you go. This is what Royal do when they have the chance. Drive forward. Then they drive it, settle it. Not a very good pass, but well collected. Extra in the line. They need to use this. Bundled into touch. Well recovered by Trinity. Well covered.
Lovely passage of play by Royal, Tanderton.
Excellent rugby. Dilip, now you're seeing these schoolboys run out. Of course, you're here from Australia. Australia's got a big World Cup lining up. But this is great to see, eh?
Oh, indeed. Schoolboy rugby in Sri Lanka, Chandrashan, is in great shape. Very good shape. I mean, the numbers playing it are increasing rapidly, and we just need to have a competition that could find spots for these people to play.
Absolutely. What we're going to do is, of course, develop the game from schoolboy rugby up. We want to have, in fact, we're playing an IRB World Cup qualifier at the end of this year, so most of these kids are going to get the chance to have a go. The squads will be picked at the end of this schoolboy season, so everything to look forward to. Here we are. I mean, as you just heard Dilip Kumar saying how nice it is to have a gentleman coming all the way here, chairman of New South Wales Rugby, and of course, big man, a member of the Australian Rugby Union football main board, to be able to say that about Sri Lanka school rugby. He himself played here in Sri Lanka. Ajit, that is so great, eh?
Yeah, it's tremendous. It adds to the whole event, you know. It's
absolutely
wonderful.
And of course,
there's a nice break there by Royal.
Here we go. This is going to get hotter and hotter, as we said.
Indeed.
Terrible little hand.
Could be a professional foul. Eh? Might get a yellow card.
Let's see what referee Devoy will say. Yes, he calls him up. There you go. You heard the referee saying.
That will result in throwing out, okay? Cool down.
Absolutely. Very true. Makes a mistake and then tries to sort of even it up. You can't do that. Get back to your side, son.
It's very frustrating when you got the rhythm going and somebody just puts a finger there and upsets the whole passage of play. I think I think that's a good decision by the referee.
Absolutely. I thought he should have just driven the man off the ball as opposed to just putting his hand out there like a little spider. He should have just driven the man off the ball, and that might have been a 50-50 ball. Instead, here you go, penalty to Royal. They now have a chance of getting the scores even, because if he converts this, it's 11-all, which will then make it even Steven, which will then psychologically
11-10, I think, wouldn't it?
That's sorry, 11-10. That means everything to play for, and things could change very quickly. Yes, that he does. Excellent kick by the full-back. As Dr. Maya said, this boy has the ability to change things. As much as Salia on the other side, this boy has done the same for Royal. Both full-backs have had an excellent game so far. In fact, they've dictated the whole story.
Indeed. He times his kicks very well, doesn't
Okay, now, Dilip, tell us about the whole story. You've got a big World Cup coming up in Australia. You're gearing up for that. You're very much part of that. For us here in Sri Lanka, give us a little insight. You know, I know you've got time, you want to watch the game, but I'm glad to be able to control you down here for a little bit.
Sure, Chandrashan. Well, as you know, on the 10th of October, the World Cup starts in Australia. We've got 20 teams coming out there, and it's a very open World Cup. Any of 5 teams could win, and England clearly are the favourites at the moment, but you never underestimate the All Blacks.
That's right. On the day, in fact, the form in Australia could change dramatically because all the run-up to the World Cup, they keep saying about the hard grounds and the volume of games involved. That could change and England could suffer.
Sure. England starts off playing South Africa in Perth, the hardest grounds of all. It's very hot in Perth in October, so let's see how they handle that.
And of course, Australia, outsiders. You think you're going to repeat a World Cup? You were telling me about the history.
Yes, well, history has it that no Southern Hemisphere host has lost it. So we clearly don't wish to be the first.
Okay. We'll wait and see. The big stage, of course, in October. Ajit, scrum down, advantage to Royal. Will they? There's a huge advantage, in fact, with the Trinity scrum. It's almost a 67.
They will run the ball. I mean, that's a tremendous defense by the Trinity number 11. He didn't get dragged into the other player.
He stayed on his man, but Royal are still driving forward. Lakshman on the wing has been very effective. He's used that, and look at that, Jai Sundar at pace. Lovely to see, driving hard, setting good ball, and look at that, continuity, plus, ball still available, and they're on their way. Good ball up just outside the 25, very well collected. Goodness.
What brilliant play there.
Trinity Hearts would have taken one huge leap, Ajit, but Salia, under pressure, up in the air, collected,
what a
and
clearance.
What a kick. Fabulous stuff.
That's guts. I mean, this fellow won't run away from anything.
Absolutely. In fact, he didn't bother about the advance in traffic, and there was a few of them. If you see that replay, he was as cool as they come. He was the house. He just collected, calmly turned, kicked, gave the ball back to where it came from.
Fight! Second, they're throwing. Come on, stay there!
I just want to say the passage of play just before that by Royal. I think that was brilliant.
Let go!
It was exquisite. I mean, CP has got these boys playing such good rugby, and of course they've had a good season. But Trinity on the day have changed things.
Go against you offside.
There you go. Referee says offside. Trinity take quick ball. Oh, almost a little bit of a mistake, but they run wide. They've got extra. Salia again. Here he is, the man. He's been doing some amazing things. Well, weaving his way through there, almost getting through. He just needed to link up on the other side because he had his captain Migara on the other side. Had he just popped that ball and had they managed to continue, I think they would have had an extra 5 points, but as it is, have a look at this. One good sidestep in, he's in again and again. Fabulous stuff. Look at that. Unbelievable. Now, George Simpkin, as our technical director, was telling me he needs to find young people like this who can play for Sri Lanka.
Indeed.
Salia showing us what to do.
I think Royal will run on the blind here. I think they're using the blind quite a bit. And the earlier one they ran that.
Okay, settle ball for Royal College. Dilip, I'm not going to delay you too much. I know you're keen because you're desperate to go and watch the game. But tell me, of course, we're looking forward to having you back in Sri Lanka and increasing the ties and the relationship between the Australian Union and the Sri Lanka Union. Schoolboy level rugby, this is a great example, a great showcase. We want to look forward to getting this better, bigger and stronger. That's what we want to do.
Clearly. Last year, we had the pleasure of hosting the Royal team in Sydney, and they were coached for a day by the Waratah coach Bob Dwyer, the former World Cup coach.
That's it. How nice is that?
And he was most impressed at the skill level of the Royalists. He thought they were fine kids, and at that age they were as good or better than the Australian kids.
Fabulous. You heard that here on Sirius TV. The chairman of New South Wales Rugby telling us that Bob Dwyer, the former World Cup coach for Australia, and that's Trinity in space. He managed to get the ball just into touch. I think the idea was to try and punt it over the side, but that didn't happen. Well, Dilip, we're going to let you go, but thank you very much for being with us. And skill at schoolboy level, in Sri Lanka is very high, but we want to get it to another level. We want to be competitive and play for that World Cup slot and take it there.
Indeed, Chandrashan. Thanks for having me here, and I look forward to coming back.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dilip. Thank you very much.
I must just mention that Dilip played for Trinity the time all of us are playing. So it's great to be next to him here at the commentary box. Thank you, Dilip.
There you go. We did it first here on Sirius TV, sponsored by Singer. It's the 59th Bradby, as Dilip just makes his way to watch the game, and his blood's rushing now, as Dilroy says, referee Dilroy says, listen, he didn't like what he saw. You got to get up off your feet. You can't just deck the ball there and cover it up. So Royal get the advantage. There's been some good passage of play, Doc. In fact, Ajit, so far, Royal College, it's been shared in the second half, hasn't it?
I think, there's something that I'm seeing here. The Trinity three quarters are actually taking on the Royal three quarters.
And that wasn't expected.
Yeah, that was not expected. And I think they got that confidence after the first try.
Absolutely, and Trinity have settled. We are now 10 minutes into the second half. Look at the scoreline. Royal 10, Trinity 11. Would anybody have predicted this? Your guess is as good as mine. Watching at home, I hope you're enjoying this as much as we are. Referee Dilroy well in charge. The pressure is on. The game is going to go all the way to the wire. If anybody said on form, someone's going to say, get rid of that. Form doesn't matter. We are in a Bradby encounter, and that's what matters. The passion is there, the commitment is there, as Royal drive and drive and drive. I just look at that.
It's a turnover.
Very well recovered. Royal just didn't finish there. All they had to do was just get their numbers and secure the ball at the back. Salia fumbles a little, but make sure he gets the ball.
What a kick.
Well, he's been the champion so far. Salia has done so well at the back there, Doc.
Yeah, Sean, I think Salia has been the star of the show, and he's not going to allow anyone to take it away from him.
No, he's gaining in confidence.
And the other thing is, now it's a very good contest. It's a brilliant contest. They're playing very good rugby, high-speed rugby, and it is a tribute to their coaches, for training them to play such a brilliant rugby.
Absolutely. Mr. Garland for Trinity and CPP Abegunawardena Seepers, as he's known for Royal. Both coaches have done an excellent job. What a great compliment to both sides and their coaches. These boys are a fabulous example of Sri Lankan schoolboy rugby, and it's so nice to be able to sit down and talk about it. So nice to be able to talk the pictures for you at home. These pictures live, brought to you by Singer, who are sponsoring the Bradby now for 15 years, 15 long years. Singer have stayed in the scrum, haven't given it up, and how nice is that? This is the first live broadcast, and you are so privileged at home, and of course all of us, to be able to sit down with Ajit Abeyaratne, former Sri Lanka coach, Dr. Maya, former president, all the big people, and me sitting in the corner, shouting and screaming, because I'll tell you, the blood is up there, the adrenaline is up, my ears are tingling, and my legs. I wish I could run out, Doc. What do you think?
Yeah, Sean, I mean, when you said me, Sean, you are one of probably the best wing three-quarter we ever had.
Thank you, Doc, but I'll tell you, these boys...
The biggest and the fastest guy we ever had.
Well,
I can remember when you came into the scene. You were big and you ran, and we were wondering how can a big fellow run so fast?
Where did this guy come from?
From where did this guy come from?
Well, very simple, from a beach in Negombo. Having spent a lot of time as Royal. Now let Trinity recover. Little bit of a tap ball down there, and Trinity are able to get a 25. Salia with ball in hand.
Trinity was fortunate to recover from that.
Very true, and a good kick there by Salia. Under pressure, well collected by Kumara, the winger for Trinity. Referee said you are coming in from the wrong side. Salia again, confidence, he's getting the 10 meters gladly. He knows what he's doing. That's it. What will he do from here? The boy's got the magic touch, Ajit. He's just got that Aladdin's little thing with him, and he's been able to gain huge ground for Trinity.
Anderson, before the game, I was telling Alex some time ago that for an occasional scrum, we should put in Salia Kumar scrum up, just for a scrum or two, because he loves to be where the ball is.
Absolutely.
And just not all the time, but just let him put it in some.
Well, there you go. You get the thinking right from the top. Ajit saying that he's told the coach, why not swap Salia, because he loves to be with the ball, and he's shown that. He has performed on the stage today like nobody else. Unbelievable. Has his form been like this, Ajit, all the way through the season?
No. I think it really come good today. And he's really lit up the park, you know.
Absolutely. He's just set fire to it. He set fire to the hills here at Bogambara. And now he gets a chance of putting Trinity a little bit more in front. He's been the man. He's shown his legs. He's shown pace. He's shown very calm confidence under pressure. And he's proved everybody wrong because he hasn't had this form through the season, as you heard. But I'll tell you, on the day, he's been the man.
I think on the day he's been more than a man.
Ajit? I think he basically just wants to enjoy the game. I think he just put heart and soul into it.
Well, that's it. He's shown that he's a big game player, and there are very few of those around.
Yes.
No, I think, Ajit, I quite agree with you. He seems to be enjoying the game.
Yes.
You know, he wants the ball. He's hungry for the balls. And he goes after the ball.
Yes.
And when he gets it, I mean, he knows what to do. He swerves, he jinks. They're very deceptive.
There you go, the Gremlin. Having said all of those good things, he goes and throws a few eggs on our face. What can you say?
Well, Sean, it's an oval-shaped ball. You know, it's an oval-shaped ball. The ball is unpredictable.
I'm sure he'll make up for that.
Yeah, I mean, the player is predictable, but the ball is unpredictable.
Absolutely. There you go. You got Dr. Maya, former Royal player. I'm not going to say where he has been after that, but Ajit has played for Trinity. That's the blood and guts. And both of them sitting next to me, I can see them twitching and saying, get the ball, do that, very quietly under their breath. As Trinity, Salia again, does a little bit of a ballet dance there. He tap dances around the line. Touchdown says he didn't go out, so we're back. We're on the 10-meter line inside Trinity territory. We are 46 minutes into the game. In fact, that's about 16 minutes into the second half. Scoreline, a desperate, a scintillating. 10 to Royal, 11 to Trinity.
Wait.
Who would have thought of that at the start? Who would have predicted that? Not me.
Back. Release him.
And that's Lakshman again doing what he does best, driving hard and straight, setting the ball, but Trinity are up to it this time.
Come down.
Royal, by the very fact that they were driving forward, get the advantage and get the scrum put in. Now I need to say this about Singer, who's sponsoring for the first and has been for the last 15 years. What a fabulous example that is. In fact, Singer are sponsoring 11 schools this year for the rugby season. Trinity, Royal, St. Anthony's, St. Thomas's, Esipadana, Thurston, Wesley, Ananda, Vidyartha, Dhamaraja and Nalanda, all sponsored by Singer. They are taking the advantage, they're taking it to them, and that's good for the schools, of course. And this, in fact, has done so much for school rugby this very important season as we go to Asian rugby qualifier for the World Cup, the Under-19 World Cup. We'll tell you a little bit about that later. And the school matches have taken another level. The crowds are a perfect example, good support, and the numbers have grown and grown and grown. Referee's talking, he's trying to sort it out.
Whoever is going on, let's go out. Come on.
Referee's getting it right. He wants the player out first before the other reserve comes on in. That's fair. Referee's the man in charge, Doctor. He needs to control the game.
Yeah, quite right.
By the way, Maya, this replacement guy who's coming in, I think he's very effective. He comes in for 15 minutes.
And he's a big boy, Ajit.
And he gives a rhythm to the ball. We need 3 hitmen basically. And Trinity are playing with 2 without him. When he comes in, he does make a difference. Munavira, tremendous player.
Yeah, I think it's correct strategy now because, you know, 6 replacements are allowed. And you must be able to, you know, switch them around and use them to the advantage of your team.
Salia Kumar in the middle of that.
Absolutely. Salia for the first time made a mistake. In fact, referee says go on. Trinity have taken the advantage. Shift the ball quickly to their fly half. A nice big up and under. Is there pressure? Yes. Very well tackled there. Wonderful, wonderful passage of play. Nice to see, clean collection. And then the hard driving tackle, but Royal with the advantage. Ball on that side. As scrum half runs wide. Can he pop it up? Oh.
Back, play on.
Referee says not a knock on. The ball went back.
Number 16, we're going from the side. Number 16.
Trinity penalised. That is Munavira very early on. Mistake. Flanker takes the ball up there.
Get back.
Here we go. 49 minutes into the game. 19 minutes into the second half. 10-11. What a desperate scoreline that is. And how far will that scoreline remain like that? You tell me. We're watching pictures on Sirius television. Fabulous pictures.
That's a very good turnover. we just had. Royal had the ball there. It was a maul, and Royal Trinity did not allow the ball to come down. So they got the ball now in the scrum. And I think these little mistakes that Royal are making up front are costing them the game quietly.
And that was your man Munawira there, Ajit, because he was there. He was the first man there, and he controlled that rather well. Good turnover ball, Doctor, like Ajit said.
Ajit, actually, it's not that Royal are making those mistakes. Royal's plan was to go down with the ball, but Trinity just didn't allow them to go down.
Yes, right.
You see, I mean, because of the advantage of the Trinity big players. Just held them up.
There's the Trinity pack weight. They've got a 72 kg advantage on Royal, and they're using it.
Step out. Watch it.
I know, Ajit, you like to work with big forwards.
Yeah, I love it.
And there's skipper Madhuba Patabendi doing what he does best. Who's that man? That's actually Salia. Salia is there next to him, linking up. What was the fullback doing there? Your guess is as good as mine. Ajit, tell me about that. Oh, not necessary, lads.
No, that's Munawira. He gets into the game. He's no mean guy, he just loves it.
I think he's come for a specific purpose, and he has a particular job
description. Don't lose your cool. I told him before the match.
And he's ideally suited for that.
I hope he won't get a yellow card. I hope he won't get a yellow card. He just came in.
Well, I think Dilroy might have run out of yellow cards after the A-Division season. You see?
We won't go. There's been a few yellow cards. In fact, there's been a whole bunch of this. But there you go. Confrontation at its best. Rajita Jayasundara, the skipper for Royal, saying, listen, mate, you're not going past me. And Munawira saying, okay, you try. There you go. Wonderful pictures. Scrum, Munawira in the front. Royal ball.
Step out.
Well collected. Good hands. Excellent pace. He's on his way. There you go. Numbers for Royal. Well linked. Support arriving very quickly. Scrum out there. Good link up. Back there, the flanker doing so well. Royal there now. Let's get the ball out. That is Lakshman doing what a winger should be doing, being with the ball.
Yeah, there's number 6 coming from side.
Advantage Royal. Esanaga gets the 10. He's still on. He's still driving. They're very close to the line. Royal there in numbers as the crowd say go. This is a Bradby. Everything to play for. Ball comes out wide. Jayasundara.